and welcome to Sew with Christine. So this is the second part of the tutorial, that is the sewing part. I've made the first part where I drafted this top. If you are yet to see that tutorial, I would like you to go watch that so you can understand what we are doing here. So before we get into this, I would like you to give this video a thumbs up, like and share. And turn your post notification bell on to get instant updates whenever I post new tutorials. I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric, and as you can see, I've added the seam allowance to all the necessary areas. At the side, I added 1.5 inches seam allowance, then on other parts, I added 0.5 inch seam allowance. I'll take out the pins and bring the front parts together like so that we can join them. I'm just going to open up this middle part and I'll bring this one over the middle one like so. Then I will use my pins to hold this down. After pinning this part, I'll do the same thing for this side. Then I'll go ahead and sew the sides close. This is it, guys. I'm done stitching this up and you can see what this looks like. Next, we are going to be working on the cup part. I'll take out the pins and remove the papers. Next, I'm going to place one small part with one big side together and sew from the top to the bottom. And here we have these, guys. You can see what this looks like and you can see how round these cups are. For you to achieve a very round cup, you need to make use of your tailor's ham when ironing this so that your cup would not lay flat. So let me know in the comment section if you want me to make a tutorial on how to make a custom tailor's ham, and I'm going to do that for you guys. Here at the same side, I've gone ahead to notch those areas and I've ironed this out properly so it can lay out well. I'm going to be using wadding for the cup and I will be using just one layer for that. So for us to do that, I will just draw a line on this paper like so that we can separate the shoulder parts from these parts of the cup area. After outlining that, I'll go ahead and cut this out. Then I'll place both papers onto this wadding like so. You can see it's folded into two, that's for both busts. Then I'll go ahead and cut this out. Alright, I'm going to be sewing the middle part, but if you're going to use zigzag stitch for this, you don't have to add allowance to the middle part. Since I'll be sewing up the middle part, I'm going to add my seam allowance to the middle part only, but the other side, I won't add allowance to that. Next, I'll go ahead and cut this out. Alright guys, I'm done cutting this and you can see what this looks like. You can see the seam allowance is only at the middle area. So I'll use my marker to mark the place where I want to sew. That's the seam allowance that I have there. And this is it. I'm done marking the seam allowance area. So I'll go ahead and place this wadding the gum side of this one part facing the gum side of the other part. So the gum side will serve as the right part. Afterwards, I'll pin this down and head to my sewing machine to sew this. Okay, here we are. I'm done stitching this and this is what it looks like. Next, I'll go ahead and trim off the excess seam allowance that we have there so that this can lay very smooth. Please note that if you are using more than one layer of wadding, then you're going to use your zigzag stitch. I saw this because this is just a single layer, so it won't be very thick at the seam area. So next, I'll place this into the fabric like so. And I'll head over to iron this out. Like I said, make use of your tailor's arm when ironing so that you can still maintain the round shape of this cup. So guys, here we are. I'm done ironing this and you can see what this looks like. It is firmer now and it is very beautiful. So I'll go ahead to draw out the 3-part cup measurement so that we can sew our bias tip onto this. Now for the 3-part corset, at the center front here, I'm going to come downward by 2 inches. You can mark this the way you want yours to appear. After marking this down, I will come to the midpoint and I'll go down by 3 inches. Then at the side here, I'll go down by 2.5 inches. So guys, you can leave your cup this way. If you don't want to add the bias tape to this, it is totally fine. I just wanted to do this to give this cup a different look. So that is why we are here now. I'm going to repeat the same measurement on these other parts of the cup. Then I will rule a straight line over the areas that I marked. So we are going to be fixing our bias tape at the base and on the upper part. And I'll be using this piece of fabric of width 1.5 inches to achieve that. I'm going to fold this in two like so, and I'll place it from this point downward. I'm going to pin this down. Just see the way I am fixing this onto the cup. After pinning, I'll cut off the excess there and I'll head over to my sewing machine and run my stitches on this. And here we are guys, I'm done stitching this one here and you can see what it looks like. Then this part, I only stitch the first layer. So I'll go back to the sewing machine now and turn this towards this side, and I'm going to stitch on this part and also on the other side. So this is it guys, I'm done with these parts. Next is for us to place the bias onto this upper area. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did at the base at the upper part. So I'm done stitching this and this came out really nice guys. You should give this a try. So you can actually make this 3-part corset without even cutting a 3-part corset. Just use your bias tape to outline those areas. Next, I'm going to run my bias tape also onto the front parts of these dresses, the lower parts. I'm going to run the bias tape on the middle and on the two areas there where I have the seam. And here we have it. I am done sewing the bias tape onto this place. Next, I'm going to bring in the cups and I'll place this way. Once I ensure that the bias on the cup aligns with that on the dress, I'm going to start pinning. So I'll pin this round. I'll go to my sewing machine and I would sew. Once I'm done sewing this cup, I'll do the same thing for the other one. And this is it guys, I am done stitching this up. You can see our dress is coming to life gradually. Next is for us to stitch up the sides. I'm going to bring in the back piece and I'll place the back piece over this and sew the sides close. And this is it guys, I'm done stitching this up as well. I'm going to bring in the lining. I did this for the fabric, so I just want to show you. You are going to reduce the seam allowance at the base of the cup so that this can relax well. After reducing seam allowance, you can still go ahead and make some notches at the cup area there. I'm going to just head over to my sewing machine and sew all the necklines. I won't be sewing the armhole. Don't sew the armhole because we'll be stitching our sleeve to this soon. So I'll just sew only the neckline and the sides of this dress. I'll use my chalk to outline this area so you see the part I'm talking about. And this is it, I'm done stitching up those areas. So next is for me to fix the boning to these 3 channels. For the boning, you want your boning to be shorter than the length of the channel, at least 1 inch shorter. Okay, so I have my bonings all cut out and I've also gone ahead to bond the top parts and the base so that the edges would not be sharp. Next, I'll go ahead and pass my bonings into the boning channels like so. After passing the buns, I'll close off the shoulders, and for us to do that, we are going to fold the dress this way and open up the shoulders like so that the fabric of the front and the back are together, then the linings are also together. I'll pin them up and I'm going to sew onto these areas. Afterwards, I will use the bias to hem the base of this dress and add my zipper. And this is it, guys. I'm done stitching up the shoulders, and this is what it looks like. I've also added my zipper to this and hem the base of this dress. So the next thing that we are going to be doing now is to fix our sleeve to this. And you know, this is a cold shoulder, so the sleeve would not start from the top part of the arm. I'm going to fold the dress this way. I have this folded into 4 parts. Then from the top here, I will come down by 4.5 inches. After marking, I'll go ahead and rule a straight line over the marked point. So this will serve as the sleeve cap height. On the sleeve cap height line here, I'm going to mark the half arm width measurements. That's the round arm. I'm going to mark half of the measurement there. Then from the top part, I will just draw the sleeve downward. I'll bring in the back piece. We'll use the back piece to measure out the length of the armhole. So I'm going to take down this measurement, and I will check if what I have on the paper corresponds with what I have on the dress, and we have this at the same value. So next, I'll take the length of this sleeve. I want the length here to be 11 inches. Then I'll add the seam allowance to this, the seam allowance of 1 inch. So after marking this down, I'll go ahead and rule straight lines over them. Then at the base here, I'm going to take the measurement there and add the seam allowance. I'll do the same thing at the top. I'll add the seam allowance there and I'll connect downward. I'm adding the seam allowance here because I didn't add the seam allowance to the back part. Now for this, I'm going to divide the measurements we had earlier here by 2, and I will just mark that down. So this is where our cold sleeve will start from. I will come to this part and also mark that half measurement here. So whatever you get, divide it by 2. Or if you want to go down lower by half, it's okay. You can also come down a little, let's say by 1 inch or half. Afterwards, I'll rule a straight line over this marked point like so. Then from this line, I'll go up by 1.5 inches. This 1.5 inches would serve as the sleeve allowance. So this is what we'll use to hem the top part. So the curve we initially had at the top part will no longer be needed. We want that part to be straight. Next, I'll go ahead and cut out this pattern. At the top part here, I'm going to fold this before I cut the armhole. You will see why we need to fold this in a little while. After cutting this out, you can see these parts have the sharp edge. If you don't fold that part, the up will be straight, and by the time you need to hem the top part, you have shortage there. Okay, since we don't want that, that is why you need to fold this down before you cut the armhole. Next, I'm going to fold this in. I'll go to the sewing machine and sew them down, both of them. I'll also hem the base of the sleeve and stitch up the sides. And this is it, guys. I am done with the sleeve. Next is for us to attach the sleeve to the dress. I'm going to place the seam of the sleeve onto the seam of the dress like so, and I'll begin to pin. So just pin this way upward and pin from this side upward, and that is it. So I'll go to the machine and sew these pinned areas. I'll do the same thing for these other parts. And here we are, guys. I am done stitching this up. We are almost done with this tutorial. Next is for us to finish off this edge of the shoulder. Now for this, there are different ways to do this. You can actually use your bias, but I will just notch this part here, all right, and also notch this other part where our seam started. I'm going to fold this in. The reason I'm notching this is so that I can fold this inward conveniently. So I'm going to fold these raw edges inward and I'll pin them down. Like I said, you can make use of your bias tape to knitting up these edges. So once I'm done doing this, whatever part is left for me to knitting, I'm going to either overlock that part or use my bias tape. So whichever one works for you, just go ahead and do that. Once I'm done pinning this area up, I'll head to the sewing machine and stitch this part down. You can even use your hemming stitch to also knitting this out if you know how to hem very well so that it stays invisible. You can use your hemming stitch to do that, and I will do the same thing to this part. And here we are, guys. I am done with this dress. This really came out very, very well, and you can see the fit. I actually love the outcome of this dress. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to be trying this out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.